Well, I'm back, and if you remember how a couple episodes ago I got lost for like 3 minutes, I got lost on this incredibly simple opening puzzle for a bit longer. I was lost for 4 minutes. Now, I'm pretty sure there's absolutely nobody who would like to watch me get lost in a hallway for 4 minutes more than myself. But I'm just gonna go ahead and fast forward through this part, because I have nothing to add. Enjoy the Scott Joplin. And sudden jarring cut back in. Yeah, I've seen movies. It's the soda machine. That's how you get in. Duh.
Props where props are due. Like most vending machines, that one was protected by a 256-bit RSA symmetric key algorithm. The scientist has certainly built up some elite hacking skills, which, as I'm sure we're all about to find out, are not always used for good. Well, there's not much we can do now but sit back and watch the fireworks. And by fireworks, I mean a near-instantaneous release of energy from a high-speed nuclear chain reaction of highly enriched weapons-grade uranium.
I don't think the elite hacking skills line was necessary. But let's take a look at this cave painting. I feel bad for the monk after some of these, because he's trying his darndest, but he just sucks at it. I mean, his motivations are probably like the least that you feel like a shitty person for, or that like he's a shitty person. And yeah, this part is really cool. I think I mentioned the scientist level is probably my favorite level, even though it's really pretty simple once you get down to it. It's got some really damn like good atmosphere and music, especially on this elevator part right here. Just listen to it. I missed the elevator. And I mean, there's like some subtle hints that you can see from the elevator and stuff. And it's just, I just really like that music, the very foreboding music. And then this moment where I thought that I didn't really know what was going on. I mean, all you had to do was get the blast door open to continue.
So she got that blast door open without causing wanton havoc and senseless destruction after all. So I might have misjudged her.
With that out of the way, I was like, oh well, there's water down there, I can just jump down, right? You can't. Yeah. I think I end up still going down there, which was kind of pointless. I guess I should have guessed by then that I had to go through the facility, but I wanted to look down there, and I think I messed up the elevator a couple times here. This all reminds me of a bit of that room in Psychonauts where you talk to Ford Cruller. I don't know why I jumped. Just because of all the screens and the goofy drawings that are on them.
Lower blast door is now open.
Like the disproportionate drawings of all the continents. Anyways, what you're gonna see here is just kind of stupid on my part. I ended up walking back to see if I missed anything. I guess I just didn't see the door that was up top. The door that's quite obviously there. Or maybe I wanted to look at the pretty flames. I don't really remember what was going through my head at this time. But yeah, I end up going back this way for no reason at all.
I fear nuclear missiles are like potato chips to her. She can't launch just one.
Yeah, I like that line. Steven Stanton is just a cool guy. Hey look, Blue Blue is playing something. I should turn off Steam when I do Let's Plays. I I don't know why I walked down that hallway. It's not like that's what gives you that line. Anyways, I think I was looking for the way into the facility and I thought it was down there. This look at the nuke though is just so cool. I don't sadly get through this section in the next couple minutes, but this puzzle is it just shows my thought process, I think. I mean, because I tried to do it the right way the first time and that didn't work. So I thought, well, maybe I can break the rules of the puzzle. And so I tried to use the time traveler's ability. I should probably have waited to say that, but you've probably already worked out what I need to do with this puzzle if you're watching this. But I wanted to try and break the rules. Like, fuck the system, alright? I wanted to try and teleport through there and see if the laser would follow the time traveler. I think that would have been a cool way to solve the puzzle, even though this is not the time traveler's level. So,
don't touch that console.
That would have just kind of been stupid. But I can dream. Obviously the actual solution is to wait for the laser to start going back. I think I get it on this try or the next one.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it's this try. And this is pretty brutal. And wait for it. He keeps switching games. Wait for it. That's a Wilhelm scream. If you don't know what a Wilhelm scream is, Google is always an option. But it's got a very fascinating story. It's basically just the scream of one guy that's been in almost every movie ever made.
They're not doing what it looks like they're doing, are they?
I think I pause so long on this screen and I have to talk over it because the audio goes completely blank. Because if you look over here, there are some games that say like nuclear armament on floppy drives. I actually had to do a double take. This ends up being important later, so I come back to it. This is where you get the passwords to launch the nuke. Nuclear Salvage Corp is, I guess, the name of this place. I don't know why they'd set up in a very elusive talking cave, but they did. There's drawings, awesome drawings all over the place of spaceships and jets. This person took college classes to become a nuclear engineer, and that's what they do with their life, is they draw jets and planes. This is also important later. This is before I figured anything out. I do a lot of stupid, like, experimental shit in this video, just to see, like, what I can get away with in the game. And it being a Ron Gilbert puzzle game, I should have guessed that I couldn't get away with any of this stuff. As with all adventure games, they're pretty straightforward. You just have to have the right item. This game simplifies things though, so you can only carry one item at a time. It makes the puzzles a lot faster and a lot like what's the word? Simpler? Maybe simpler is the word. You don't have to go and get the ketchup packet and pour it into a root beer float to poison the Prime Minister. No, you just have to have the key to the door, and to get the key to the door you have to travel back in time and murder a dinosaur. It's just very procedural. But I do like this game. It's a very good adventure game. I think I thought, like, well, he's not gonna shoot, what a wimp, and he does shoot. So after noticing that he does shoot, I tried to fly kick him to the face, and he still shoots. And I think I gave up after that, and I just kept exploring the facility. Where do I go here? Do I just keep going down? No, I go to the right. And, you know, there's a bulletin board, and the audio cuts out here again. And here you can read, like, this poor cat is missing, and someone should stop eating the bananas. Most of this is actually really good hints, like, boom, Chicken Kiev on Friday. That is a very key hint to solving this puzzle. And I think that that's just one little detail that makes this level so cool, is that you can there's something that's just on a bulletin board that helps you solve the puzzle. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing arcade machine. That's the other end of that HVAC system I played with a minute ago. This level has some crazy puzzles.
Insert guidance system.
I didn't know what
to
this room was at
commence
first.
launch.
I walked in here and thought that it was going to have like jokes about aliens, because that's what it looks like in that pod. I was completely wrong. And now there's only one floor to check out, and that's the bottom floor. And there's a wet floor sign, which is an actual item that you can pick up, so I do here. I could have solved a puzzle with that had I known that what it actually does, but
Insert
you'll see that in a later video. More backstory on the scientist. Here, she just wants more money. I mean, she looks like she's sad because she sold out, but no, she actually just wants more money. There's not a single character in this game who has a sympathetic story, really. I think you're supposed to look at them and not want to be them, which makes them unique. Most games play to that power fantasy, you know?
Priority alert.
And here's where I had a clicking moment. I walked in here and I saw the 4
Please
buttons,
replace it with a new one.
and I knew what to do. Yeah, I have to get the password from the console. I think I do that in the next video, though, because this video is coming to an end pretty soon. More backstory on the time traveler. She's slashing posters, kind of a bitch, really. But she'll get her comeuppance, I bet. And here I just kind of took a wrong turn. I think I meant to be upstairs.
Insert warhead to commence
But
launch.
that's the end of this video. Leave me a comment if you have any suggestions, any good or bad. See you later.